What happens when a woman with nothing to lose and her heart set on revenge holds an entire police squad captive? Welcome to Killer's Wedge by Ed McBain. Let's go. Welcome back to Kevin Toll Reads, where today I'm doing my book review of Killer's Wedge by Ed McBain. This is the 8th book in the 87th Precinct series. I did look up online. Some say it's the 7th, some say it's the 8th. But as you know, I'm slowly making my way through all 55 books, although I have some more to purchase. But wow, I figured you needed a little bit of redemption. My previous review from yesterday was a little harsh, a little negative, and I'm glad to say this one's going to be a completely different review. This is going to be very positive. Killer's Wedge was published in 1959 by Ed McBain. This is a police procedure crime noir pulp novel. Wow, 87th Precinct, I'm telling you, is where it's at. Ollie at Criminale definitely put me on to these, and he is right. McBain's writing is so good. It's just really good. So let's jump right into the summary of this. This is set in the iconic 87th Precinct. The summary is a day when a dangerous woman named Virginia Dodge storms the precinct armed with a gun and with a bottle of nitroglycerin. And she is seeking revenge for her husband Frank's death. He died in a prison, and she takes the squad room of the 87th Precinct hostage, demanding to see Detective Steve Carella, who she blames for her husband's death. Carella, however, is out working a separate case, and as the tension in the precinct rises, the detectives must stay calm to avoid bloodshed. Meanwhile, the narrative in this story jumps from the claustrophobic drama happening in the 87th Precinct to Carella's investigation, which is in its own kind of way very mysterious and interesting, and it weaves a very tightly paced thriller. This is about 160 pages, and wow, it packs a punch. So let's talk about what I enjoyed. The title of this is indicative of both plots. Killer's Wedge is part of both plot threads here, and that's all I'm going to say. The pace is breakneck. It's 160 pages. A lot happens. It's very well written. Both plots are engaging, interesting. McBain's prose is just, as I continue to read more, I think this is my third, his prose is so good. So good. It just moves things along. It's matter of fact. It doesn't embellish, but it provides you enough details and backstory and everything else, and it does it in just a really neat way. You don't ever feel like you hit the brakes, so to speak. Everything slides in really well. Everything feels connected. It just feels like one big cohesive fireside chat, and it's just really well done. I really enjoyed some of the characters. We got Teddy, Carella's deaf wife, future wife, who's pregnant, and we got a little bit more kind of insight on that. We got some kind of insights into some of the other police detectives in the 87th Precinct. You had Hawes, Willis, King. You obviously had Lieutenant Burns, and I thought it was really well done. I even enjoyed Virginia Dodge as a character and antagonist. I thought that was really well done. Even though her justification for why she's there doesn't make a lot of sense, you can definitely tell that she's the scorned wife. I really like the fact that towards the end, is it nitro or is it water? What is it? And you can tell the tension was just ratcheting itself up. So it was really well done. A couple excerpts, and I actually want to read a portion that I thought was just great. But one of the excerpts was, she held the bottle aloft like some crazy priestess offering a sacrifice to the gods, and the men in the squad room froze. And then so I'm always interested, as I've read these so far, that you get a little backstory about certain detectives as you read, these stories, and they may not be part of what is centralized in the plot, but you do get these backstories about the 87th Precinct detectives. And this one was always one that I had on my radar and interesting because his name is Meyer. And I always thought that was interesting, and we got to find out why. His dad, they were Orthodox Jews. His dad was very set in his ways, and I guess Meyer was a late birth in their lives. They thought they were past having kids, and Meyer came into the picture, so his dad thought it would be funny to name him Meyer. But I'm going to read you an excerpt here from page 49 of my copy. The Meyers were Orthodox Jews. At the bris, the classic circumcision ceremony, the Meyer's father made his announcement. The announcement concerned the name of his new offspring. The boy was to be called Meyer. The old man thought this was exceedingly humorous. The Moyle didn't think it was so humorous. When he heard the announcement, his hand almost slipped. In that moment, he almost deprived Meyer of something more than a normal name. Fortunately, Meyer emerged unscathed. I mean, I just thought that was really funny. In terms of rating, I give this a 4.6. It is a fantastic read. Again, I'm so excited to read more of these. They're just really quick reads, but they have so much to offer. Just a really simple premise here, 2 actual different plots, and it's just a really simple way to write a book, and it's done so well. My overall impression, again, McBain is a master storyteller. He weaves plots, characters, backstory, engaging, engrossing antagonists, just like it flows like water for him. And I am really enjoying reading these 87th Precinct novels. I'm going to obviously continue throughout the course of the year and on in probably into next year, trying to catch my way up into all of McBain's writing. He is becoming one of my top tier authors, and I've really enjoyed what I've read so far. And that is my take for Ed McBain's Killer Wedge, book number 8 in the 87th Precinct series. I give it a 4.6 out of 5. I hope you enjoy this, and I hope you have a great weekend, and I will talk to you on the next one. Thanks.